Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
What's up? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. I just got the alert.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Oh, wait a minute.
those guys.
Just a minute. That's me. That's me.
So how's everyone doing? How are you doing there?
Hey, I'm doing good.
All right.
I'm okay.
I wish I kind of blew it a little bit. I didn't mute the YouTube.
Oh, that's all right. So everyone had so far fun half a week.
Hey, Logan.
Because
No.
it is what we call hump day.
Yeah, Ash Wednesday to some people.
Ash Wednesday, yes, that's right.
Yep. And everybody, I don't know, do you guys do punch keys there in New York?
Who?
Punch keys.
What's that?
I don't know.
Punch key is kind of like a made after a donut, but it's like so rich in calories and stuff. And it was started years and years and years and years ago, where they got rid of all of their They got rid of all of their fatty stuff out of the house before Lent started.
Oh, no. No.
No, I don't really know anyone does it. I don't.
I do know people that celebrate Lent.
One punch key is about the size of a hard ball, and it's browned up and fried. Okay. The deep fryer, and they say one punch key has the same calories as 6 slices of pizza.
Wow.
So what they do? They just fry it and then what they do? Sprinkle
What is it? A
powdered
fried
sugar
piece
on
of
it or
fat?
something?
Yep, they either fry it with sugar or coat it with chocolate and inject it with all kinds of
It's just
cream.
like a donut, fried dough.
Yes.
Definitely not.
They line up around the block to get those things on Tuesday.
They must be all right though.
Oh, people love them.
The only thing round like that I know of is in the Spanish community. They have something called a papa y carne. It's a potato and beef, and it's about this big. It's about the size of a small softball, and it's orange because of the seasoning they put in, and inside it is beef, like ground beef, and it's potato. It's made out of potato, and they scoop out. I don't even know how they make them, but there's ground beef inside, and if you fry them, it has a hard coat on the outside, like a French fry.
You make it in the flat round. You make it round. You put it on the inside and you close it. That's the only way you're going to be able to do that. The same way how they make the others. Different Spanish people make different food, and they have also something that is made out of cassava, yuca, as you might call it.
Yeah.
And meat is on the inside of it, and it just closes. It looks sort of like a torpedo shape.
Okay.
And they just fry it.
Oh, that's acapulco. They're orange.
That's what
That's what the Spanish call them. The Spanish call them acapulco.
Certain Spanish people call it that, and certain Spanish people make it that way. It depends on what country you're from.
Right. Depending on what country you're from. Exactly. Okay, that's a Potski day. I've seen these, Paul. They do sell these in New York.
Yep, punch keys.
I never knew the name of them, but I have seen these in bakeries in New York.
You know what? Yeah, I've seen
that. Paul, do they fill them with different creams?
Yes.
I've seen them.
Yes. You know, I know where to actually get some of those too. There's a spot downtown that has them.
Yeah, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, I've always seen it when
the clocks move ahead soon. Next Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Which means we lose an hour of sleep but get more daylight.
Did anybody get out there and fly? You know that only is only the first day, right? That you lose that time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, 4 weeks later, 6 months. Oh my God, the daylight savings time is killing me. That was just that's just the first day. It affects you the first day.
Hey, Desmond's Dunder.
The next day, if you go to sleep at 8 o'clock, you're gonna go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
And then the nightclub group loves it in the fall when they get that extra hour.
Right.
Club, you know.
Hey, well, they were gonna stay anyway. Some of them.
What's up, Desmond's Dunder?
Hey,
Feet on the ground. Rob, how are you, sir? What's going on, Rob? We appreciate you checking us out all the way from Australia, man. What time is it there? About 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night?
Mm-hmm.
Feet on the ground says it's his boys. We're his boys.
Timeless Truths. How are you? And welcome
How's
to
it
Wednesday
going,
nights
man?
with those guys. We appreciate you all for
Desmond, feet on
supporting
the
the channel.
ground is here. Local
Yeah.
carpenter. Some guy named Novice Quads is in the chat. Okay. Oh, that's you. Hey, Paul.
Really?
I appreciated it from it.
Hey, Paul, did you hear about this thing that the FAA proposed this new safety? Well, they have a new safety proposal for the. This is going away from drones, but for the 737 Max.
Well, no, are they gonna try and roll them out again?
Well, it's still they're dying. Boeing's dying over here. What was it? The year before, the Boeing. They sold, what is it, 296 of them just sitting there.
Yeah.
You know, they went from they have 0 orders for them in the last 3 months.
Right.
And only 36 for the year. That's crazy. When they had 96 of them by this time the year before. So all of them are just sitting there grounded because they can't do anything with them. Everybody that uses them, they're sitting there waiting for whatever it is that the FAA is going to rule on to be able to get them flying.
Sounds like they're waiting for an Autel robotics upgrade.
Something like that. I think they're going to take the guts out of the Autel and put it in there and make them fly. I don't know. They're just waiting on something there with the FAA. I haven't really gotten into the story. It's long-winded and it has nothing to do with drones, but I just saw it today and passed on the screen.
As soon as the strobes touch down in the States, feet on the ground, you should know that you should get some kind of email to that tracking number, because the tracking number that you showed that I have is for Australian shipping. So as soon as it touches down in the States, and then when they put it in the customs, they'll give it an actual tracking number through the local post office. If you get a number with about 15, 20 numbers in it, and the first number's a 9, then it's coming U.S. Postal. If it's a letter, then it's coming through UPS.
Yeah.
But you should get an alert via email that it touched down in the States.
The other thing I noticed too. The other thing I noticed too is if it's a shorter number, then it's FedEx.
Yes.
The other ones are bigger.
Yes. The postal always starts with a 9. UPS starts with a letter.
Yeah.
And FedEx is just a handful of numbers, if that at all. It says it's in the air. See, so when it touches down, it'll let you know that it was scanned in, meaning that it's on the ground.
Right.
And then they should assign a number to it, and that's the number I can tell if it's going to come postal or UPS or however. It'll probably come U.S. Postal.
It should tell them right on the.
But still isn't bad, because the international airport that it's going to come in through, JFK, is 3 miles from my home. The funny thing is it'll probably sit in customs for about 3 to 5 days. They do that with everything overseas.
Yeah, the problem is it's coming to you, Lawrence, or going to him?
It's coming to me. He's sending something from Australia. He's sending some strobes that he had from Australia to me. And I'll probably do it. I'll probably do a review on them, because he was asking me to do a review on them.
Okay.
Hey, Explicit, what's good? How are you, sir?
What kind of strobes?
They're similar to Firehouse.
They're
similar to Firehouse, but I believe they. Let me see if I can find them.
Are they the same ones that Paul had?
The Flytron, smaller ones.
They're the smaller ones, the smaller square, the smaller little to micro square ones like that. Yeah.
They're Flytron.
Yeah.
Manufacturer.
Yeah, that's the same ones that Paul had.
I've got a handful of them.
Because you have about what?
Strobon Cree, British made. Okay.
Okay.
British made. Strobon Crees. Yep. I got those.
Oh, that's what you have.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are
those the ones that you had flashing at the screen one time?
Yeah, it was just one strobe. Yep. The other ones are like there's 4 on there.
Okay.
They're a little brighter, but these, I tell you what, I can see these all over the place.
Well, I definitely want to do. Hey, Mr. Crowley.
The beautiful thing about the strobes is this. That meant for you to be able to see them on the ground. It meant for other aircrafts to be able to see it.
Right. Mr. Crowley, link is sent.
That's
now.
why I always thought I always felt you should put it on the top of the drone and not the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I had them all the way around the drone. Right?
Oh God.
Again, what I did is how I mounted them is I put Velcro.
Yeah.
The rough part on the drone, stick it on, and then the soft part on the battery and just stick it on.
Well, what I find
Right
funny
here.
about it is that
Here's it. I got the perfect little squares right here.
Yep.
They're Velcro. You put one on.
Yep.
There's two pads here. And
Yep.
what's good is these are the ones you need a bear claw to rip them off, the Velcro.
Well, the secret to unlocking Velcro is to get one edge and lift it up, not straight off. Because then it dislodges one at a time. You'll hear it go like a zipper.
So Timeless Truth is asking, will a Mavic Enterprise fly in an underground cavern 127 feet below ground? Now, see, that's an interesting question because I know a Phantom 4 professional will.
In Addy it'll go to Addy mode if you
that sounds like a call for DJI.
Yes, it does, because Timeless
get them on the phone line.
Timeless Truth, the Mavic should go into Addy mode because of no satellite.
Right.
Yeah, but
my thing is Mavics don't like Addy mode.
But the Mavic goes into Addy mode because it's in trouble, not because you switched it there.
That's right.
So is it because anything in a magnetic interference problem is going to have a problem?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But now
even the Inspires, when I lost signal,
sent you an invite, Mr. Crowley.
It would come up on the controller and say Addy mode, Addy mode.
Right. Now would it see, this is what I'm wondering now, because I don't know how that thing operates. You know, when he started, if it picked up no satellites, would it allow him to take off?
I don't know. Good question.
Well, I'm assuming that because there are no satellites, if you arm it, it should say Addy mode. Caution, Addy mode, no satellites acquired.
Exactly, because I've taken off my Mavic 2 Zoom before. I didn't remember when I was having controller problems. I took it off before it linked up, and the controller was linked, but it didn't. It took a while longer for it to acquire the satellites, and I took off, and it was in Addy mode because it went up and started floating. And
thanks, Timeless. Yeah. Now, did you hear what you heard? You hear what Paul just said? If you are allowed to take off because you're in Addy mode, you could go, and that thing is going to glide to the side. So you're going to have to control it manually.
You got to really fly.
Yeah, if you have confidence in your flying, which I assume you do, Addy mode is not hard. But keep in mind, if you are moving forward towards an object, it's not going to stop until you counter that movement. Sort of like flying FPV.
Yeah, you can't just let the sticks go to neutral, because no, you got to counter it.
Yeah.
So
now, I also don't know if it's like the Phantom, if it will still will it still lock its home point?
True.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Because the Phantom will lock its home point. You got to set it to hover.
Right. And also don't use auto takeoff. Take off manually. Because if you use auto takeoff, and what's up, Mr. Crowley? If you use auto takeoff and there's not enough clearance in the cave, there's not enough clearance. Usually auto takeoff. Now I know for the Phantom 4 Pro, auto takeoff takes you up to about 15 to 19 feet, somewhere around there.
Yeah, tall.
Okay, straight up. You might as well say 20 feet up, which is basically almost like 2 stories. Now, I don't know what the auto takeoff height is set on the Mavic 2s. The Mavic Pro, my Mavic Pro actually goes up to
4 feet. My Mavic
feet.
Pro is 4 feet.
4 feet?
Yeah, it goes up like 4 feet and stops.
No, mine doesn't. I see, Paul. The little one.
I don't know why. My Phantom
Yeah.
went much higher, but my Mavic Pro only goes up 4 feet, and it even says 4 feet on the controller.
Okay.
Flytron and Firehouse.
Okay.
I gotta get those.
Well, Feet on the Ground is sending me some from Australia.
Yeah.
And he was just letting me know that they're in transport in the air now. And
Just
happy
don't
Ash
turn 'em
Wednesday
on.
for those
Just
of
don't
you who
turn 'em
celebrate
on at
Ash
the house.
Wednesday. Yeah, Paul, that's
because
You get a lot of those, Paul?
They will
Yeah.
blind you.
I got about 6 or 8 of them.
yeah.
I got
You cannot look
buy them in
directly into
different
those.
colors.
Those will actually burn your retina.
Yep.
Okay, don't.
Well, the
look
ones
into
that
those
really will
phones.
burn
Yeah.
your retina is the firehouse.
Yeah, those things.
Oh,
are
the
terrible.
firehouse is going to blind you temporarily for a few minutes.
No, it
I
did
need
when
to
I
get a
turned them
couple.
on in here.
What
Yeah.
happened?
When I turned it on in here to show it to Paula when I first got it, I couldn't see.
Isn't it amazing how bright it is?
Yeah,
For
it's
that
meant-
little
it's
light.
meant to be up there. I wish I could turn it on remotely.
Yeah, that's true. That would be nice.
One day, guys, I found, you ever see the orange barrels on the highway with a yellow light?
Yeah.
Well, I found the yellow
Yeah, that
light
is
on
bright,
the side of the
Paul.
road, and it was so dull, and it was barely flashing. So I picked it up, put it in my car, and brought it home.
Right.
Well, I put it in the living room, and we were at the time, we lived on a cliff over the ocean. And
Okay.
so all of a sudden I'm laying in bed, and I
I've
see
seen
a
that.
wicked bright orange
Okay,
light
explicit.
coming through my door frame. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I go out, and it's still the same brightness, but it's like, now that it's night, it was like everything was orange or yellow in my house. And then it would go black, and you couldn't see anything at that point.
I had
Oh my
one of
God, it
those
was so
when I
funny.
was a
The whole
kid.
house lit up.
I had one when I was a kid.
I had to get rid of it.
My father used to work in street lighting, and he would bring home the oddest things.
The oddest things.
Like he gave me one as a kid.
Oh,
That's
get
funny.
out.
The same thing Mr. Crowley, somebody gave me
Yeah.
one. I'm
Hey,
like,
Paul,
what
have
am
you
I
used the
going to
Cree
do with
strobes yet?
this?
The
Have you used the Cree strobes yet? The
yeah,
little
those
ones
are the
yet?
Flytron Crees. Yeah.
So,
Right. Have you used those?
Oh yeah, use them all the time
Okay. On
Hey,
your Mavics.
on the Mavic, but also on the Mini.
he's gonna switch over to the other ones, right? The
To the firehouse.
The
The firehouse at 4. I only need one LED on my birds. And
oh well, it's 4 inside the same.
oh yeah.
But-
That one you
but
can
it's-
land a
but
plane with.
It's about twice the size.
Yeah, and you can land a plane with it. It's so bright.
See, I've got the Cree here on underneath, and then I put another one. On the
See,
back.
that's exactly what I would do.
See, you
That's
trying
exactly
to go
how I
blind.
would mount for backwards, so I know the
Yep.
orientation.
Yep.
First of all,
They're not for
Paul,
you to
Paul, are you
see.
changing those?
They're for other aircraft to
that?
see you.
I
you
know, but I
changing,
still
or
need
are
to
you
be
using
able to
one
have
guy?
it in line of sight as well.
Okay.
I've got different things for different purposes, different colors.
That thing is gonna mess up your video.
If you were to
bro.
mount one on the front, you might want to put a red one on the front. You know,
Oh,
put them on the sides. You can put them underneath.
No, you can't put it on the side of the camera. It will
How you
affect the
gonna
camera.
put that red light
That's why-
in front of the camera.
That's why I have my DJI drone set that when I hit the record button or snap a photo,
Yep.
the
Those
lights
red
go
lights
off.
go out.
The
yeah.
lights
Doesn't
go off.
red do something too?
Yes,
The
it'll put
red will
in
put a
your
red
images.
hue. It'll put a red hue over your entire
And
picture.
so you just plug in the charger, and they're good for like 3 to 5 hours. To strobe.
Really?
Yeah, they're really good.
Because see, I've got it covered up, but because I've got the Velcro on there. But this whole bottom, you might be
No,
able to
lift it up more.
see it from the end.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Right
There we
here.
go.
There's the battery underneath. It's just a board
Right.
with a battery.
it's a little one cell or half a cell battery.
It looks like those little alarms that you buy.
Get the files. Get the files.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
they're
battery
like
looks
15
like
bucks
this.
a piece or something.
The battery's
Ooh.
almost about this size.
Not the
These-
firehouse, but the
No, these are like 30 something.
Are they really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, no wonder I haven't bought one.
You know what? Took me a minute too.
Yeah, I
But,
gotta get one for the Maverick Pro.
Hey guys,
Oh.
you ever heard of this company Volocopter? I mentioned them once before.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, they manufacture believe it or not, drone taxis.
Yes.
They're an overseas company, I believe in Europe. They manufacture drone taxis. But now they've partnered up with this company. I think that's from that's from Southeast Asia. It's an app called Grab. And what they plan to do is study urban areas, different cities around the world, to see which cities that are more suitable for drone taxis to be able to fly in.
Hey, Roger.
So basically what they're going to do is they're going to launch studies and conditions and check out and where the best options for routes for these things to fly in different major cities.
Perfect example. If you put it on the East River of Manhattan, which is on the same side as LaGuardia Airport and Kennedy Airport, all they'd have to do is get up high enough to clear Long Island City, and they have a straight run at the airport. So now in a cab, how long does it take for a cab to get from Manhattan, Herman, to JFK?
Kennedy Airport?
To JFK.
There's no way of telling.
That's true. But depending on,
no,
because
no
of traffic.
Telling what time you want to go. I don't
because
know.
Of traffic.
If you go,
that's true. You're right.
Now,
you're right.
If you're going now, it doesn't matter which direction you go.
Yeah.
It's going to take you the same amount of time. You might as well go into Brooklyn to get there instead of going across Manhattan to Queens. To get there.
Here's a question I have for my New York brothers. Is there ever a time of day when traffic isn't less, significantly less? I mean, I would think 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it all depends on where you're going.
Right. It depends on where you're going and what time of day.
Hour. Right now, you're dealing with rush hour, and I never understood why they call it rush hour, because it seems like it's the same 4 hours.
It's slow hour, yeah.
It's 4 hours at least.
Yeah.
With tight traffic.
That's okay. Our city is like a 16th of your city, and they did this thing called the Big Dig, which the whole world heard of. It was a project that went like hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars over budget because everybody was stealing. Supposed to cut traffic down drastically. So traffic used to be like 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock going in, and then it would ease up a little bit. Then noontime traffic, and then like 4 to 6 o'clock. Now it's all day long. It's traffic all day long. You're lucky if you get in there without traffic. It's literally, if I had no traffic, it would take me 25 minutes to get in downtown and park, and it takes an hour and a half. It's like a joke.
So Paul, with this helicopter and Grab, what I believe they're going to be doing is studying like what cities have like the most taxi traffic and to where, and see which is the quickest routes in these cities to these places from where they can actually set up. And this, like I said, it's a long time coming for this, because somebody is going to have to buy property to be able to set up their launch pads or whatever, where they're going to launch these. And if you see it, it looks like a giant helicopter with a whole lot of
bunch of props. Yeah.
Right. It has the round ring around all of the props, and it's a 2-seater.
Yeah, I heard that was they're in contention and they're pushing forward for Uber, because Uber has applied to the FAA for air taxi.
Right.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Geek Savannah, how you doing?
Hey, Sean, what's good,
man?
Yeah,
I sent invite.
Good interview the other day, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, that was good. And then I saw your one this morning about how in the UK they're switching now that the 250 grams after July the 1st doesn't matter. You still got to register.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, register. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you get something 250 grams, you can have yourself a seriously dangerous drone.
Yeah.
So registering, I understand, as long as they're
Feel
not
better, Geeks Vana.
As long as they let everybody fly them still.
Yeah, he's feeling a little under the weather.
Okay. He sounded like when he did his.
Give some chicken soup and a shot.
It wasn't a long.
Make sure it's brandy.
It was not a long posting. It was nice, short, sweet, to the point.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys could get Ray and nephews out there, Sean, but if you can get a shot of that and some honey and lime, you got yourself a flu shot.
Geeks Vana, if you can go into a pub and they have Ray and nephews, just order 2 shots of it. Just get a double shot straight up.
Wow, you're trying to kill them.
And get a double shot and wolf it down, and just make sure you're sitting. You'll
Or
be
have
okay.
have somebody there to take you home. Is
You
that
might not be able to talk, but in the morning, but
No, he'll
you'll
be
feel a lot
fine.
better.
He'll be fine.
You
in the
actually
morning.
never drank in your life.
Oh,
I feel sorry for you.
well, yeah, that's where they're going
Mike
with that.
Roach, what's
So-
good, buddy?
And I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called Phaser 35. It's a 115-foot wingspan, winged solar electric drone that's supposed to be able to fly. Well, what it does is, and what they're using it for, well, it just took its first maiden voyage and it was successful. And what they're going to use it for is it flies up in the stratosphere.
This is it right here. This
You know,
is the biggest I could bring up on it because
I
don't
thought that
wanna
was my
play the-
screen.
It
Well-
flies up in the stratosphere, Paul and Mr. Crowley.
it never has to come down.
It's what's so great about it is the fact that it's supposed to compete with satellites, and with its battery. No, that's not it.
No, I know. I'm stopping.
With its because it flies on solar during the day, and the solar charges its battery with its system that it has. This thing never has to land. It can fly up to 1 year.
Yes.
Wow.
With its battery.
Yes.
Its battery takes over at night and it flies, and in the daytime it's charged by the sunlight as it's powered.
Hey, Mike Roach sent you an invite. Well,
It's a very sophisticated system designed, like I said, to compete with satellites for surveillance and all
Yeah.
kinds of things.
yeah, it would be a
it's
low
really
level.
nice.
It would be a low level surveillance, meaning instead of having to move a satellite into position, you could put one of these birds in the air and it'll just fly around and circle and circle. No problem, Mike.
But it's designed to work up in the stratosphere.
It-
Where
Sean says
man-
they're using them to
man-
watch all of our drone flights.
possibly where man can hang out when no other man can hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Even a bird has to land and rest.
Right.
Now you have something that can fly around. Could you imagine?
For 1
It's
year.
flying around for 3 months, 6
I
months.
know.
Could
a
you
year.
imagine?
That's unbelievable.
Could you imagine you got to fly this thing while it's up there? You go down on the ground and you're flying this thing, and your relief is late.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's crazy. But
Yeah, but I would
It lets you
imagine
know
it
where to-
flies so high and slow.
well,
Probably
yeah,
on
yeah,
auto.
it's a giant glider. It's a
Oh,
giant
yeah.
glider.
I know it must be quiet. You could set that up to like enemies and monitor them and just sit there
Well,
and monitor them. Oh,
It's a
That's what the main purpose of it's for.
right, it's
Yeah.
115-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I didn't, 150, 15
15.
foot.
15
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
foot. Yep.
115.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
That's a big
Basically-
drone. You don't
basically-
carry that on your back.
No, no backpack for
auto
that.
lift. Yep.
Because if they had a backpack for that, when you turn around, you're taking out a lot of people.
Can't get through the door. Damn, I can't get out of the house.
There's no place for you to take
The
off with that
backpack
either.
would have to fit in a panel truck. Okay.
In
Could you
pieces.
imagine? Hey, Michael Blade, how are you?
There's actually no place you'd be able to really take off with it either.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Hey, Mike Roach, what's going on?
Who's that?
Mike
Yeah,
Blade.
there aren't a whole lot of places in New York where
No,
there's
not even.
115-foot takeoff.
Nah,
Right.
you really, you couldn't.
And this is launched from some kind of
Airfield.
base or something like that. in the
Yeah,
air.
I was
Yes,
thinking that they had to use a catapult or something.
Yeah,
to
it would
get-
have to be, but I didn't get to, it doesn't show anything on its launch and everything like that. So
That would be
It's
interesting
just
to see how
the
they get it,
information
like,
on
put it together on like an airport.
if I
And
find
shoot.
out some more information on it, I'll bring it back. But
Good job, man.
I
That was
just-
awesome.
heard about it and thought it was interesting.
Click that like button. I see 22, 21 people lurking. Please, we appreciate it.
They
Or
plan
click the dislike. I mean, it's either one. You're clicking something.
well, feel free to click all the dislikes you want on Sunday night with those guys.
You don't like those guys. Like them, don't like them on this day.
Also, what's the name of this company?
Who? Which company?
UAVionics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
UAVionics has the first RFID device designed for fixed wing craft. Okay, when I say RFID, yes, we've been talking RFID. This device actually fits
John Donato.
on the, huh?
No, I was just talking to John Donato.
This device actually fits on the tail wing of a plane, helicopter, or fixed wing vehicle that does not have a transponder on it, which means, you know how the rich have those private helicopters that they build in those kits? They're not required to have strobes and transponders and all this. They don't know, they're required to have strobes. They're not required to have transponders on them. Well, this is going to nip that in the butt. This is actually a picture of it right here. This is actually a video from where Herman and I get our news, but this is it right here, this device. And the going price for it is, take a guess. Take a guess. You, Paul, you, Mr. Crawley, take a guess. In the chat, take a guess how much this device costs. Because now keep in mind, it fits onto the end of fixed wing helicopters, etc. Just take a guess on how much she cost.
I know I'm way below, but I'm gonna say, I don't know, $100.
$100. You could look at it for $100.
And it goes on the small drones and helicopters.
No,
not on
going on
just
drones.
fixed wing.
In fact, fixed wing helicopters and planes. But anyway, I'll pull it back up and show you where they put it on aircraft. But the going price for this is $4,000.
No way. Wow.
Now hold on, because it's an actual airplane strobe and transponder.
Okay.
Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't been able to afford that $16,000 drone by Wakera, so I wouldn't be putting something like that on it. But I'm gonna go back to the video here.
Well, besides that, an airplane
I just gotta wait for this
transponder
stupid
doesn't
thing to
cost that
go
much
away.
money.
There it is. That goes away. This is it here. And I'm not playing sound for a reason. Parrot micro drones. What is that? Wait a minute. They supposed to be, oh, it's commercial. But anyway,
something else.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to, hold on, give me a second.
Well, that thing looked like an aircraft suppository to me.
Exactly.
It's funny.
There you go. That was a helicopter.
The story first, there's advertising. Here it is. I found it. Okay. These are the kind of vehicles that they'll be putting it on.
Where?
Vehicles like this. And it would fit. It's a tail beacon. Now, as you see, this is not your average craft. This is an experimental aircraft, but everyone will be required. If it flies, you're going to have to freaking broadcast. If they don't care how rich you are, you're going to have to freaking there it is. But it's an actual strobe, airplane strobe in here and transponder. Okay, and it will be required to be put on aircraft that do not, I repeat, do not have transponders. So they're even doing it to the big boys. Don't feel like you're being attacked. They're going to make it to the point where if you throw a paper plane in the air, they're going to identify you. And these are the stats to it. You have altitude, VFR. This is what you would get in the readings. I honestly couldn't tell you what this is hooked up to, but this is probably the face of it. And it'll probably link into a computer somewhere. But $4,000, you can get one.
That's crazy.
For $4,000, you can get one. Right. It'll show you altitude. It'll show you altitude, speed, and a squawk channel. Okay, which is interesting because I only thought they put squawk channels on radios.
You don't want one of those?
Well,
I don't.
I'm going to attach it to your Escalade, and we're going to ride around town.
Put it in the kid's book bag.
No, we're going to ride around town. We're going to attach it to your Escalade. And we're going to ride around and see if people see if we're flying. Report us as flying. Now we are accepting donations up to the amount of $4,000, excluding tax.
On the highway,
to be able to afford one.
Flying?
What happened?
If we speed on the highway, does that count as flying?
I don't know. Good possibility. Very good possibility. Hey, 1010 PA Drones, how are you? And welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys. What's up, Mia? We appreciate all you guys for coming back continuously.
Thank you.
If you don't have that bell clicked, please click that bell, because that's the only way you're going to know Wednesday Nights with those guys are live and when Phantom Flight 101 puts out a video, which is usually every week.
I really would like to thank everybody for coming back, because especially some of the faces that are here on this panel with me, I know
Agreed.
I know it's hard looking at some of these guys. Sometimes.
Paul's checking his blood sugar again. Let's go.
Okay. What is it? Time for a drink? Okay.
Actually, it is time for a drink. I gotta make your coffee in a minute.
Oh, I could use some of that.
Installed by an aircraft mechanic, FAA certified. Of course, timeless truth. That's the catch to it.
Just put it in yourself and say he did it.
What's up, John Donato?
But let's get this drop.
Let's do it.
Wednesday Night with those guys are sponsored by
those guys. Val would be so proud of us.
I was off on that. I'm sorry.
I just said Val would be so proud of us.
We do it on a half hour, huh?
Okay, well.
Hey guys, don't forget the 5th annual FAA.
Send John an invite.
FAA UAS Symposium is coming up, guys. Don't forget.
Yes.
June
please.
16th through the 18th.
When?
What was it again?
16th through the 18th
of
April?
June.
March?
Of June. Okay. Now, guys, we're going to keep talking about the symposium. We're going to mention symposium so much that you'll know how to spell it by June, because last time the symposium was out, people were like, did you see what the FAA did? And no one represented the AMA, and the AMA was represented at the last symposium. They just weren't given a seat on the panel. But that's then, this is now. This symposium coming up is going to let you know, just like the last one they had, mentioning Lance and drone operations and drone commercial droning and all of that. This symposium is very important because it's going to let you know where this RFID is going.
Well, last year's symposium talked about many of the tests and stuff that they were doing.
The drone highways, they did the testing.
That they were testing, and the one thing that I did get, and this is the one thing that I was talking to you about before, Lawrence.
Yes.
And the one thing the FAA was most concerned with being able to allow some of the operations that are going to be conducted on the Part 135 was that they wanted the cameras on these unmanned aircraft to get better.
Right.
Not so much better in the point of that you can take the hottest video out there or the best pictures per se, but the cameras that are used for its sensors.
What's up, John?
Because everything coming now is going to have sensors.
Yeah.
Make sure the aircraft don't run into things, and make sure
it's so funny. Everything comes with sensors. I wish they'd have a sensor for my shin, because every time I get out of bed at night and I've been drinking the night before, you hit the corner of the bed.
You ought to move it
with your leg.
Ooh, or you
just move that.
No, what the toe is numb already. I don't even feel that no more. It's the shin now.
Well, you don't, Lawrence, you don't have that problem when you're drinking that moonshine, because you already told us you hang one foot off the side of the bed to keep it from spinning, right?
Hey, how come John Donato has the George Jetson photo up? Is he still in makeup? What?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm still in makeup.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I wanted to try and get this stupid OBS crap working by myself, and I just don't have the time to put into it because I'm working too much at work.
Well, what are you trying to do exactly?
Well, you know how you just showed the video on the screen? And
Yeah.
you had yourself up in the corner or whatever, and you weren't sharing the screen. I think you were doing that through OBS, right?
No.
No, it was sharing the screen.
Oh, you
Zoom.
shared the screen?
I was actually sharing the screen. Now, what OBS does is right now, if I want to go to a commercial or I want to run to the bathroom,
like
you see
that.
how this comes up?
Yeah.
Yes, that's in OBS. Now, in order to pull up stuff like this, OBS recognizes two formats, photo and media. Well, media, photo and videos. Okay. If you want to play a video, you have to upload a media source.
Right.
And you have to title that media source. And then Mia's drone. Some reason YouTube decided to unsub you to Mr. Crowley. Unfortunately, Mia, we mention that all the time. I'm going to show you how to do it, John, right now.
Well, hang on. I can't see the screen because I'm playing with this OBS because I just wanted to.
Stop staring at me, John.
Right, I am staring at you.
That's creepy, man.
Let me get rid of this OBS.
Yeah, look, I'll give you a few.
Oh, look at that. Son of a gun. I'm going to buy.
That's awesome.
All found it.
I'm going to buy some of that stuff.
That's awesome. I didn't know you were famous.
Yeah, he is. He was a famous model.
Yeah.
And you know who found that was Pusa, Andrew.
Of course,
Andrew can find anything. If it's on the internet, I'm sure he has access to it.
Andrew sent you that?
John Donato, I'm going to give you a crash course right now.
Oh, boy, I suck at this.
If you don't mind, Herman, I can give him a crash course right now in OBS. All I have to do is be able to share my screen.
Okay. I was.
Okay.
Hi,
right
Herman.
here.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, everybody.
Hey, John,
Okay, you can see my screen.
You get to be turned blue now, you know.
You can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is OBS right here. You
Yep.
see this logo here?
Gotcha.
This is this image slideshow.
Correct.
The image slideshow is for photos. That's the power button on and off. To add media, you would go to media source right here.
Yeah.
Then you title it test, whatever, and you hit OK. Window opens up. You always click loop right here and you browse to the video that you want. Me, I happen to know I have little snippets here, so I'll go with this. And what it does, it uploads the video, right?
Mhm.
And there it is.
That's what I want to do.
Hold on. You see where it says test?
Yeah.
Right now, you right click on that, go to transform and fit the screen. And there's the video. Now I have the logo up now under it.
Yeah.
But basically, I just imported this video to OBS. Now, if I
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So originally, I saw you clicked on the test. You called that. What did you pick?
That's Jersey.
I went here to the plus sign.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
And I went media source.
Media
for video.
source. Yeah.
If you want an image, you go here. And if you want an image slideshow, that allows you to pick multiple pictures. I usually just pick an image and let them loop
I do
through.
have one that plays, and I did that. But what I'm trying to do is trying to get my picture in the corner of it.
Well, see, that
At the
video
same
is
time-
now running in OBS, right? So now this is my picture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You can't put yourself in front of that picture and have that as the
In other words,
background?
shrink it down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I still sharing the screen? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
about
you're
that.
actually in your
You're in your own screen there.
I can
Oh.
get plenty of those dark screens just like it's up right now.
I think I just kicked myself out.
no, you're still there. You just have that.
Blank screen up.
Yeah, that
I
means
get that.
I kicked myself out of
you-
the.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All you got's gray screen.
Hold on. Here we go. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
The gray screen. I killed OBS. That's what it was. You cannot start OBS until after you started Zoom. But basically, that little plus sign, John Donato,
Yeah.
you load media, or image slideshow. Image slideshow is multiple pictures. Image is just one. Those are the only three that you want to add anything to.
Let me
If
see.
he wants to, let's say he wanted to share on OBS a Skydio 2 clip.
Right.
Well, right now I have a video playing on my OBS.
Right.
Now it's playing
Right.
in the background. And I have, let's see, video capture device is up.
Thanks, Mia.
Is up.
Okay, so now you have it playing on OBS, correct? And you're using Zoom now, right?
Yeah, and Zoom.
Okay, now if you go to your Zoom window where it says video, where it says stop video,
Yeah.
and click the button, you see OBS camera 2. If you click on OBS camera, it should show what you're playing in OBS.
There you go.
There you go.
Now I can't have my stream running at the same time on top of this, right?
What do you
No, there is a way, but I don't know how to do that.
You'd have
That's
to
what I was-
open 2 windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Either. But I seem to have been able to configure this part myself, and it seems to work all right on my laptop.
You want to have something playing in the background behind you. Now,
right?
it's interesting you do that because OBS allows you, no, not OBS, Zoom allows you to play a background.
Right.
You know that, right?
Yes.
No, I didn't know
Yes.
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 Hold on. Where is it?
Background. It's one of the 3 dots, isn't it?
But
I
see-
got it.
See, when we
Um,
stream this,
What's
Right.
dots?
It's on the 3 dots.
I hate
Well-
to, Herman, I didn't mean to come in here and do this to you, but I know it's a drone channel. But the reason I was doing this is see how this is the Skydio video that I have in the background, and it's following me. But it's perfectly smooth when I play it this way. Instead of sharing the screen with Zoom, you know how it to everybody
Flippy,
it's
flippy,
jittery.
flippy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is taxing my laptop pretty good. but-
Okay, now listen closely. The same
am.
way you loaded this in the OBS, you
Yeah.
can load this in the Zoom and play this as your, I don't know if Zoom plays video as background. I know it takes pictures.
Yeah, I know it has pictures in the background. You change
Right.
the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
And
me
this
sign
laptop
back in.
is strong
Hold
enough
on,
to
let me
do that.
sign back in the Zoom and I will confirm that right now.
So tonight I'll be able to play this video. That's good. I got to download.
Virtual background. I'm gonna go add. It only says add image, but I'm gonna
Right.
try a video and
Yeah.
see if we can break Zoom tonight.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Panorama, racing drones.
So what you're saying is I can do a live stream with like any background I want?
Yeah,
Yeah.
With-
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go for.
yeah.
In other words,
You
like-
should be
Yeah,
able
you can
to.
go for all the copyright
problem
infringements
is-
you want by putting a video on the background if it's not yours.
No,
It
yeah.
does
that's
not
what I
see-
want.
Do it.
Okay,
I was
guys,
just gonna do a picture.
it
picture.
only sees
yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
It
It only sees pictures.
Right.
Okay.
So I can put this behind me.
Oh, that's cool.
I can do
That's
like
easy.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
look
wait,
at
but
that.
wait a minute, that's through a StreamYard?
No,
that's
that's-
through
No, no.
Zoom.
That's
Zoom.
just through Zoom.
That's
Oh,
through
through
Zoom.
That I play with that all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, Zoom will not take video.
So then if I want to stop this, I just
Right. No, go to the camera in Zoom
and go
and
back
switch
to
it
my
back to your
USB.
camera control.
And
There
that
you
still plays over there. There's no way to stop the video playing though, I noticed.
No, once it's loaded in, it loops. That's why you click loop. Yeah.
That's what I had before with Zoom. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just wanted to keep looping.
I use StreamYard now because it's free, covers the amount of hours I use every month for the show.
Now, how
Okay.
does that work, that service?
It gives me 20 hours a month and I use 5 days a week, an hour, you know what I mean? So I use 20 hours a month and there's
Right.
like 2 or 3 days a month that I can't do my show.
Yeah, see,
sometimes.
that's easy to do.
That's a
Yeah.
good background, John.
But they don't let you have backgrounds in that.
Paul, do
No.
you have that?
But they let you have a ticker. They let you have a
Yes,
ticker
you
on
can
the
have a
bottom.
ticker, yes.
John, what?
Do you have that background that has, the tonight's thing for the Skydio in it that you could send me? You know how you guys been putting that up? Whoever's webpage I'm supposed to be on tonight or something.
Yeah.
Coast to coast
Like a
drone.
banner.
Close what you
Yeah.
forgot.
Well,
Coast to coast.
honest to God, I thought I was just going to be in the chat, chatting with everybody. Oh, that's a nice picture. That's a nice picture.
Thank you, sir.
Those are the white buoys right there, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, if you can see right here well, you can't. You got to look, but there are white buoys.
Just see them, yeah.
It's
Right.
there.
The 3 o'clock position of the sailboat, you'll see a white buoy.
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
security, right?
Supposedly, if you pass those buoys during certain days,
Well, you're not
you can
supposed to be.
you can
past
get
the
shot
buoy.
down. I don't believe it, but they have shot down drones in other areas around the Statue of
No
Liberty.
kidding.
Really?
If you're over Ellis Island, sure, but not Liberty Island.
Right, because there's too many people.
This
on-
island is inhabited with loads of people daily, especially in the summertime. They go up into the hot box. Yeah, that looks so weird. It's not funny.
Oh, you play around. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Yankee Stadium. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, like I was saying, the symposium, guys, last year at the symposium, they talked about everything that's coming to fruition now. And they talked about, seemed like I said, the most important thing they were interested in was the development of the, see and avoid.
Yeah.
And where that could go with better cameras.
What's up, Ray?
Hello, Ray.
What's up,
For
fellas?
the obstacle
Hey,
avoidance,
Ray.
these
What's up,
things.
John? What's up, brother?
So-
Brother Crowley.
So even
Hold on, man.
Paul.
what's up, Rick? So I find that even with what they want to do commercially, even
I'll be
still,
right back.
those drones have to improve their cameras too. But yeah, the symposium this year, symposium is gonna, I guess, cover where they are now and where they're gonna go in the future. So, guys, find out how much grease you're gonna need to go any further in this business, because last year they had some talks that really got everybody going crazy right now with this remote ID. So who knows? Anything else over there, Lawrence? Are you still living, Lawrence? Or you gonna disappear?
Way back.
You looking for Lawrence?
Yeah.
He's here.
Oh, he's on mute. I was asking.
Oh,
if he's got
I'm
anything
sorry.
else
I
to say
was
about the
responding.
symposium.
Basically, there's not a whole lot we can do because everything that we've been discussing and all of the other YouTube channels have been discussing pretty much are about RFID, and that's going to be the main topic of the symposium.
Right.
They're gonna
As well as
about
they'll probably also introduce the new drone companies that are going to be launching taxi drones and delivery drones as
that
well.
will probably be, well, they probably will have representatives,
Mhm.
but they're going with education and a few other things here: technology, innovation, policies. Yes, that's what they're going to talk about: policy and stuff like that. So, and public safety is an interest for them too.
Policy as in their
what you-
policy and
What you can and cannot do.
right, and what they're going to smack us on the hand for and what they're not.
But I don't know if you heard about the one with Parrot is now supposed to be equipping the Swiss armed forces with mini drones for their
Yes,
mini drone program.
Oh, no kidding.
yes, I did
cool
hear
as
about
fuck.
that.
So that's what Parrot is doing right now. I guess it looks. I saw the drone. It looks. You saw it in the video there. It looks just like the like everything else they have.
Yeah,
Parrots.
Like-
They're all the same.
Like
Except for the fixed
it's
wing,
not
the winged one.
it's not
Right.
as sophisticated as the Army's military issued drones.
yeah, those little
that
itty
the-
bitty joints.
Right, that the
Yeah.
infantry, the dragonflies, they
Right.
look like little dragonflies. You take it out and you
Those
just
things are
toss it in
awesome.
the air like that,
Yep.
and it hovers until it waits for your command. Excuse
Yeah,
me,
it's not.
nothing
It's
like
not going to
that.
be something like that, but it is for them to be able to test, terrain and surveillance and stuff like that. These mini drones that are going to be made by Parrot.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a Skydio 2 in an Army movie.
Yeah. Right?
That's what I want to
I
see.
think we've seen them already, for Pete's sakes, the way that they're flying.
Yeah, but
Oh, you know what you
imagine-
do? You fly the
but-
Skydio over the
but-
enemy.
But John
And then-
Donato,
Yes.
you take the Skydio and you lock it on the character in the movie, and he's running around screen, will it lose him in the crowd and the smoke and the hustle bustle? Or will it stay around him while you're actually filming? I want to see a movie producer do some shit like that.
Right.
That would be cool.
You understand? So as opposed to paying a guy on a swing dolly over him to rotate 360 around him, you could have the Skydio 2 lock onto character and he run through the scene and do everything. And the Skydio will dictate the angles. I mean, it's just a thought. And being that it's being said on February 26, 2020 at 5:54 p.m., this is technically
Skydio's going to be in the store?
This is technically a little mini copyright.
Oh, I thought you said the Skydio was going to be in the store.
No.
Is that what you said?
Army doesn't need RFID.
Right.
Army
Yeah,
is
the military doesn't have to have
believe it or not, the military is the only force out there that does not have to have transponders in any of their vehicles. And the only way that you can tell a lot of these are military is I use Flight Radar 24 when I'm trying to identify planes and helicopters. And if the transponder does not come up as anything and there's no destination, usually it's law enforcement or government.
Did they tell you who's flying?
Flight Radar 24 tells me. I live 3 miles from JFK International Airport.
Who's flying?
LaGuardia Airport is past there in Queens. Flight Radar 24, I'm in New York, and I can see New Jersey airports with this app.
Yeah, there's right there.
Yeah, but just to say, I wonder how this drone to phone app is going to be. In New York, it may be a little crowded. I'm just interested to see how it works.
I doubt it'll be crowded. It's not like every time you walk outside, there goes a drone flying by. There's a drone. Not yet.
As soon as they come out with it, that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to have a drone.
Yep.
Every little old lady with her phone.
Just to see if it works.
Yeah, can you imagine that? But I mean, I don't know. Think about it. I mean, we'll know about the app.
Drone therapy, the Skydio has landed.
I think he wanted you to send it to
me. Yeah, send it to me.
He just blew him out the water.
I just wanted to know if that's what you wanted.
What's up, Jay Santiago?
Yeah,
How are you, sir?
Hey, Jay, what's good, man?
I had to look that sucker up, boy.
What's up, Jay?
You know, like I said, we wouldn't if this comes to be, right, let's say this app is out, we would know about this app. We in the industry,
I would know about it.
We would know about it, but would that lady across the street that works at the post office know about it? Would she even care about it?
No, hold on, Herman.
I mean,
you know, flying out here where I live, there's a lot of nosy people. What you doing?
Yeah, I get it.
Is that a drone?
I get it, but would they actually know to look for those apps? There's apps out there that's probably out there that people don't even know exist.
True.
And it might be for something that they might need it for.
Yeah, you have a point. But now I could see me personally, like you said, using the drone to phone. You know why? Because before I take off, I want to know who's in the damn area. And if they're in the area and they're not communicating with me via radio, that helps like a mother, especially if I'm doing a shoot somewhere.
The saddest part about flying in this area, depending on where you're flying at, you might already know who it is.
True. That's true. In other words, Paul, we can mention certain parks. And if you say you saw a drone in that park, 9 times out of 10, either me, Herman, or Ray would know who that is.
Like I told you, I wanted to catch that ship or that boat going out there when we was in Hoboken, but I don't dare move from around by where the ship was because I don't know what knucklehead is lurking from
Staten Island. Right.
Yeah, from Staten Island or from Brooklyn.
Let me show these guys on the map what you're talking about, because it's really scary, Paul, because what happens is, hold on, let me go here, go home, go to Google Maps, which, by the way, they seem to have changed up.
Yeah.
This is the Verrazano Narrows that I'm taking you to, right?
Where you at? You in the wrong.
And what happens, Paul, is right here. This is Brooklyn on the right side of the bridge.
Yep.
Not far enough.
Okay. This is Brooklyn on the right side. This is Staten Island. Now, what happens is the ship comes out of
You
Bayonne,
gotta go back.
right here.
Yeah.
Right here. The ships come out of Bayonne. Passenger ships, 14 stories high, 7-story high ships, and they come down into
They
this
take
area here.
Bush
Now,
Terminal,
Bush Terminal,
right across.
you
from
can catch it from Bush Terminal right here. You can catch the ships from Owl's Head Park, which is actually a crappy site. And then you can catch it
Not
along
really.
the highway here. Now, what happens if you're lined up on the highway on the right side by Bay Ridge Promenade in this area here,
Yeah.
the guys in Staten Island are flying that same ship.
Because
That's
the
about the-
narrows is so narrow, it's not that far to travel to get to these ships.
Right.
But if you go
Right.
back up the river, go back up the river, Lawrence,
To where?
to where you can see Bayonne. In
Okay.
here, right? You see where that line is in the middle of the screen? Or
Yeah.
the middle of the,
Yeah.
the middle of the river? In the middle of the river, Lawrence. The
This line right
yeah, the
here.
dividing line.
Yeah.
You're more than 6,000 feet out from shore.
Yes.
Coming off from Brooklyn,
Wow.
where that ship
That's a
comes
big
out and makes
difference.
its turn out.
No,
That's a
it
big
comes
difference.
out of here. Right.
Right,
It'll
where
come
that
out
ship
of
comes
here
out and makes its
and-
turn to head up the river.
and then it comes down this way.
To catch it from Brooklyn, you have to fly more than 6,000 feet out to catch it.
Now, here's Bush Terminal. This is a popular park that people fly from, and there's a jetty right here, this spot right here, that people fly all the way over to catch that ship on this line.
The far one would be better to catch it from.
Right.
Right.
What about down by Owl's Head Park? I see.
Owl's Head is okay, but there are a lot of trees. You see where it says Belt Parkway
actually,
here? See
On
this
the hill
highway?
at Owl's Head is good too because you're up above the trees. It's in front of you.
How far in the narrow area is it from your side to the other side there?
From here to Staten, from
Down in the narrow section, the
mile.
narrow bridge.
oh, right here at its widest point, closest
And a
point.
mile,
Yeah,
the
closest
bridge is a
point.
mile.
Okay, hold on. On the lower right hand side of the screen where I have the mouse at, right here, it
Oh, that's
says
awesome.
1 inch. 1 inch is 1,000 feet. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4,
6,000
5,
feet.
it's almost 5,000 feet
Wow.
across.
Almost a mile.
Well, right,
Which is
almost
only
a mile at its
2,500 for you
at
to
its
get in the
narrowest
middle
point.
versus 6,000 up the water a little up the
Which,
way.
by the way, the Verrazano, I believe, is the longest span bridge like this, which is a mile across.
Is it
Okay.
really?
Yes, yes, I think the longest in the country.
And
that
there's
crosses
nothing
water.
supporting that there underneath other than those two
No.
pilings?
2 legs.
Now, you
Oh, they
cannot,
good.
the ships cannot go under it all willy-nilly back and forth. They have to wait for the tide to go down.
Super
They have to
low
wait for the
tide.
tide. Right, super low tide, because those 14-story ships that are
Yeah.
basically look like skyscrapers laying on their sides. Okay,
Yeah.
those 14-story ships can't pass under the bridge if the tide is high.
Yo, me and my wife went on a cruise out of the Queen Mary, out of Red Hook, right? And we had to wait to extremely low tide. And when we
Yes.
cleared that bridge, the antenna cleared it probably maybe like about 4 feet.
Wow.
And the ship was probably on his belly.
Yo, scraping the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
Props hitting the bang,
Because
bang,
once
bang,
it
bang, bang.
Right, because once it clears the bridge,
Well,
Yeah.
it's open ocean.
you know that's actually how Hell's Gate got its name, right?
Mhm.
Well,
In
because
New
of
York
water.
waters, right? That bridge is only called Hell's Gate Bridge because it actually crosses Hell's Gate.
Right,
That body of
strip
water right there is so rough, and it's got some jagged rocks underneath there that has ripped the bellies of boats open and sunk them right there.
And you know where you used to fix them at? Right at IKEA. IKEA was the closest dry dock. And
get
IKEA,
out.
they closed IKEA to make a dry dock. Yeah. I mean, they closed the dry dock
dry
to make
dock,
IKEA. Yeah.
Hold on,
Well,
I'm going
Mike
going
Gallagher,
to the Hell's Gate.
he owned
Hell's Gate Bridge now.
that place. I know the owner of that property. He sold it directly to
Hey,
IKEA.
if you guys get a chance too, over on YouTube, there's a video out just today that documents how a guy lost a Mini into the water, and
Mhm.
it reminded me exactly what happened to Michael.
Oh,
Wow.
What, it flew away?
I was
No,
with Michael that day.
he was up too high, and it was strong winds because he kept getting on the screen because it was screenshot.
Oh,
Was
And
that 659 feet at one
Yeah.
point?
Wow.
Mike?
Let me see.
Whoever
You guys-
taking that drone past 100 feet, they
Let me
bugging.
explain something. You guys need to understand. Unfortunately, when Mike lost his drone, it was due to the fact that it went into return home because of lost signal.
Right.
Because if you watch the video very closely,
Never saw
in the
that video.
lower
He
Is
took
it
it
still
down.
up?
left-hand
Put it down.
corner of the screen where it shows altitude and speed, it shows it hit max altitude, which was blah, 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 blah,
1650.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it shows it moving forward at 9-10 miles per hour. Then it slows to 7, 6, 3, 1,
Yep.
and starts going in the other direction
That wind
at
hit it.
14 miles an hour.
Yep.
The wind hit it.
14, 15 miles an hour. So it was being tossed around like
Cheap trick.
yeah,
Yeah, like pizza,
Yeah,
like
pretty
pizza
much.
dough. Like pizza
Pretty
dough.
much.
Pizza dough.
you know. And
Yeah.
pretty much that drone was flying with its eyes closed. Please let me be home. Please let me. It wasn't going home.
He said it took 2 steps forward, 6 steps back.
Hey, rattle trap fishing. Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
You know, you get
Hey.
into a high wind
Hey,
situation, you got to
trap.
come down. You got to come down.
Even with the Mavic and the Phantom, all of them.
Any
You ain't got nothing to
bird,
be
any
trying,
bird, man.
trying nothing, man. You know,
Yep.
when you get those
Fortunately,
warnings, it's telling you high wind velocity.
Yep.
All right, it's telling you for a reason. Like,
Well, let me ask you this: when you guys are flying and you get that high wind velocity, and then you get it again, and then you get the one that says
strong
land
wind.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You guys land as soon as possible.
Well, they don't even tell you the other one. They tell you straight out soon as possible. They don't even give you the options for the other ones anymore.
Oh no, I still get them.
Oh yeah, I know. They just go straight as soon as possible.
Then
I
I
get
get
two.
the big red one.
I get 2.
Yeah.
What you-
High wind velocity
Yep.
and
And the
land
yellow
as
one.
soon as possible.
Yeah.
What about the yellow ones? The yellow one too, strong wind.
strong wind.
No, I haven't seen that in a
Yeah.
minute.
strong
Caution,
winds.
caution, strong wind.
What's up, Mark?
Caution, strong winds. Exactly.
That's what happened to when me and Lawrence went to Glen Island. We got those. That signal, a strong wind.
The
please
thing
land,
that I
and then
do
please
is I
land
get,
immediately, ASAP.
I get it down by the
ASAP.
water when I'm flying ships sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is change altitude. I come down, and then if it doesn't pop up again, I'm good. But if it stays giving me the warning, I get my ass on shore. You know.
I get close. I get close. You know why? Because I really believe that DJI got guys down there watching that, and they just he doesn't want to land. Okay, I'm gonna land him.
Or if he don't land,
You
he
wanna-
try to get a DJI
And then
carry first. We ain't gonna cover him.
Then you
Icons.
get one of those. Then they tell you hit a cable line that wasn't in there when you didn't see
Yeah.
it. It was for-
Hey,
But
Lawrence,
if
send
I
Troy
were to
Center
get
eight over.
that warning, first of all, I watch my speed. If I'm traveling in a direction into the wind
Mhm.
at 17 miles an hour,
Uh-huh.
12 miles an hour, that's okay. But if I turn around and I'm only coming back 10 miles per hour, I watch it like a hawk because I've actually had my drone drop down to 2 miles per hour, which means it was fighting the wind. So you know what we do? When that happens with a Phantom 4, we put her in sports mode, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And we
Hey.
giddy up and we come home.
Hey, Herman, Centroid ended his show, and he's sending everybody over on a raid.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Centroid raid.
Thank you,
That's what's
Centroid.
up.
Yep.
But-
And
Aerial views and histories. Yes, John Donato, while you're here, we got to get you in this. You've
Yep.
seen it done a million times.
What are we
You've
doing?
seen-
Guys,
You've
ready?
seen it done a million times, so you can be on cue.
Just follow the lead. Follow the lead. Follow the lead.
Okay.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. We
Val wouldn't be
Trey.
proud, but not bad.
Nobody's
Anyway.
never proud. Every week,
Night
nobody's
Train,
proud.
love my drone. What's up, man?
How are all you guys? What's up? It's a Centroid raid. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna have to return the favor and raid
Nice.
Centroid one day.
yep.
There's gonna have to be a those guys raid over at Centroid.
Yep.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah, Roger's been here for a minute.
Yeah,
I
Anyway,
know, I spoke to him.
For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure you've seen it on everybody's YouTube channel.
Mhm.
RFID's coming, and we can't do a jack about it. Plain and simple. There's nothing that can be done about it. It's just like them saying they're going to raise the taxes on your paycheck.
Right.
Oh, there's something you could do about it. Voice your opinion.
Yep.
Stand up to the big guy.
PBR. This is true. There's 4 more days.
4 days left to
Go to that FAA website and leave an intelligent comment.
Yeah.
I stress intelligent comment, because
not to change the subject, but Lawrence put out a nice video today. Everyone, go back and check out his video.
Oh, thank you much, sir.
Feel free to check it out.
Yeah, thank you much. Thank you much.
Feel free to leave your comments.
Oh, shit, right down there.
Thanks for the plug, man. I appreciate it much. That's funny. Yeah, because I in fact, I hadn't looked at it. The goal was to break 100 views for the day. So if I could break 100 views for the day, it says I'm at 95, 96.
Hey, well, some of you
4
guys
more
got
views,
40
I'll be
accounts. Mr. Crowley, watch it 40 times.
What happened?
And one.
Probably watch it 40 times.
Some of you guys out there.
You guys also
one
support
account.
each other's channel. I see a lot of new people in here that are just
That's
coming
right.
back to the live stream for the second time or third time. Support each other's channel. That's what it's all about. We support each other. And if you like someone's channel, coast to coast.
Rat trap.
What's going on?
Coast to coast in here.
He's in the chat. I try to
in
get
the
him to
chat.
come in sometimes. But it,
Check
you know,
out this guy's channel.
when you're a busy man such as he, and
And that's the channel I'm going to tonight, right?
Let me hit
Yes.
this guy up here.
yeah.
Oh,
Paul,
you didn't know where you were going?
Send Bill an invite.
Someone said something else. I was going to a different one. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, holy
Hey, Bill, make sure you call John Donato and make sure he knows where he's going, because he seems like he might.
He
Bill,
keeps talking about 9:30,
please
10:30.
speak to John before he
I'll be
launches
there.
that thing.
He's got my Facebook stuff, so he's been contacting me with that. My phone's right.
Okay, John. John, I see you putting a battery in and the fan is spinning. Please don't do it here. I don't want to be responsible.
No.
Yeah.
I was going to show you. You can't do anything with this without a SIMS card in this.
Without a SIM card,
You can't do anything.
it won't take off.
Won't do anything. You can't see video. You can't see anything. That's
Are
one
you
of the things.
serious?
Go over.
No?
It won't even take off if you're too close to it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it won't do that either.
What kind of shit is that? Like,
But that's one of the things I'm going to talk about, because
You
in
know,
the instructions or directions, they tell you it needs to have a formatted card in it, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't say it won't do
Hey,
anything.
Paul, send Bill an invite.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
John Spizzo. Welcome back.
So,
who? Oh, John, what's up, man?
Yes, everyone's doing pretty good, man. We appreciate you for asking.
what was
But
that?
John Donato, I'm only saying, please don't put the battery in. And I saw something real ugly one time.
Oh no, I don't.
This guy was like, yo, I
But I
just got
have-
my drone. I'm putting in the battery. I didn't do any update to it or anything, but the props are on. And I just want to hear how they sound in the house, because I tested it earlier and it
Here
blew
goes
everything around, and that was so cool. And the guy started the drone up, and make a long story short, he hit launch because he figured it would go up, and it just went straight up into the ceiling and came down and landed in a fish tank. It was ugly.
Oh my god,
It was really
That's
ugly,
horrible.
man.
that would be
So
definitely.
now when I see people putting in batteries online, I'm like, dude, don't do it. At least not while I'm watching, man.
this kid named
No, this
Jose,
thing-
when he got his first drone, he did the same thing. He started at home and hit the swipe across the launch. Yo,
Yeah.
that drone was chasing him around in the room. That shit went straight Addy mode on him. He was going like, ah, yeah, I was crying.
This actually
do
will
it.
not do anything.
Yeah, I told you it happened to me in the park.
Yeah.
Of course you.
Yeah, I was running like a punk. I
Yeah.
couldn't go nowhere. I just ducked and then busted me in the head.
Never take my eye off my drone until it's
Yeah.
away from me.
No, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and it returned
okay.
home and went up, hit the tree. Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the accident.
yeah, it hit the tree. Then turned around. You did it. Came right back at me.
Wow.
Bust me right in the side of the head.
The
Hey,
drone?
Yeah.
you know who I haven't seen in a while is Elliot. Is he still diving buildings too?
No, Elliot is
Elliot
Elliot is
retired.
photographer.
Snooping girl,
He's
looking at
getting all these
girls.
models, and he's doing decent work. I'd
Good.
say he does know how to work a camera. I'm serious. If you want photo, if you want to know how to shoot with a digital camera or physical 35 millimeter, he's the one to talk to. Seriously.
Crap.
The problem is I
as
can
long
only
as the
tolerate him
camera-
in small doses.
As long as the camera remains on the ground, he's the
fine.
Oh,
guy.
Yes. Do
If
not
that
take
camera has to leave the ground,
Well, most people don't
It'll come
realize
back.
that. Most people don't realize that there's a maneuver named after him. In New
the
York.
Elliot. It's
Oh,
called
the Elliot.
the
oh
Elliot.
boy, here we go.
Yes, it is.
You gonna
Oh,
make
but I
We
paused
did
it. Shit
well. We
started.
did at least we let him know we named a maneuver after him.
Yeah.
At first, he was upset, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute! They named something after me. That is kind of cool."
Yeah.
Couple
Exactly.
of guys got a couple of names.
Yeah, that's true. We
Uh-oh.
call it. We at one time we were saying, where are you? What are you doing? I'm doing a half Elliot around the subject.
No disrespect to my boy Billy Cow. How about the one with the backpack when he fell back? So you call that the Billy Cow.
Yes, I saw that one.
Yeah.
We call that the
Someone
Billy
told me
Cow.
about that.
But
He
it's
fell
okay.
back on the
because
drone.
I just broke the landing gear or something. I forget.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he said, I
Yeah.
fell backwards.
Because he was getting off the snowmobile.
Something like that.
Now,
Yeah.
if that had been my drone, it just would have been
Oh, it would have been
cake
yeah.
mix.
Oh yeah.
I always, go in his channels. I just don't usually leave too many comments, but I'm always watching him. He's funny to watch. I've been watching him since he had like 200 subscribers.
I remember Billy before he had the pubic hair on his face.
Me too.
You know, when he would go in the backyard and take off from the basketball court
Yeah.
and talk about, oh, I can go this way, I can go that way, Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning,
He's
he was
actually
doing
a good person.
I guess
he's mad cool.
I guess his father's a builder or something. He was doing
They're into some kind of,
Yeah, he owns,
I
I think, a construction company.
yeah, construction.
Yeah, and he was flying around those for a while, and yeah. Him,
It's good to see someone progress like that, though.
holy smoke, overnight, literally. He took off like within the first year. He's just been plateauing up and
Well,
up.
all that has to do with is being able to buy a drone when it comes out and just record nothing but footage for that drone.
But he's
Well, he actually started
really-
his first video was with with that GoPro, wasn't it?
he's got mad skill with all the
When
editing.
he was in high school and he was playing lacrosse.
Okay.
Before he went to college. Before his,
High
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
He was a goalie.
I don't remember all of that because I was, in and out of the stuff, but
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And then drones came about, and I think he got
All I can
and then
say
he's
is
been on it ever since.
John Donato,
Yep.
there's Mr. Crawley, Paul. All I can say is do not sit too close to this brother when he's eating a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, you get your hand shoot off, right? I think I heard.
we had Philly cheesesteaks at this joint, and he was like, because he was starving, because all day he was saying, "Can we go eat?
Right.
Can we go eat?" And we're going, "Come on, just one more battery. Come on, one more battery. Oh, let's go here. Let's fly here." And finally, we got to this place to go eat, and I was sitting across from him, and I sat down, and I was like, "You mind if I set up my camera? We do some like interview stuff." And I looked up. He took one bite out, and I started eating, and we're talking and joking. He inhaled that Philly cheesesteak. It was like, and it was gone. He was like,
Well, you got to remember, he's younger than you. He needs
that's
more
true.
food
Yeah.
more often.
Yeah. That was the same night.
Yeah,
That was the same night that I found out. And if you ever go to Philadelphia to fly with any of those dudes in Philly Drone Life, on a Sunday, the town of Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia shuts down at about 5:36 p.m., which means the restaurants start locking their doors to get rid of their last customers.
The bathroom.
Department stores are closed. And if you have to go to the bathroom, you're screwed.
Well, Mike says you can just go right there on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Go out of state. You're in a state you don't know, pissing in the
Listen.
street.
Just go
Listen.
behind the company.
Let me tell you, that
Mike-
first
Parking lot.
day,
Now you
that
file
first
as a
day,
sex
I
offender.
actually told the lady, if you don't open a bathroom, I'm going to shit right between the clothes over there.
Oh God,
It was really bad.
I'd have called the
It
cops.
was really bad. They were shutting the store down, and they didn't
I'd
want to
have called
open the
cops.
bathrooms.
You would have had a wad in your pants.
I would have called you on
I
that
guess
one.
they said, give him the key, because the way he's dancing around, he's serious.
Imagine that.
You walk in there, you walk right out. You only have to piss, right?
Listen, let's check
Delay.
this out.
They delay
this
him,
out.
delay him.
They-
Next thing you know, he's feeling warm.
They would have had a breakage in aisle 9.
Break, yeah. Bill in aisle 9.
Clean up, aisle 9. Clean up.
I forget it was.
Michael Blade
I
put-
forget it was a Wally World. You guys call it Walmart. We call it Wally
Walmart,
World.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a Walmart.
There was
And-
clothes in there.
They were closed. The store was closed. They let us in. And the first thing I asked the guard, where's the bathroom? He's like, upstairs. Oh my goodness. Oh my, the escalator was already off. And then we got up on the second floor and nobody was on the second floor in the store. We found the bathroom like on the door. The door was locked. We found this one girl. She was getting ready to leave the floor. And I said, excuse me, miss, I'm not from Philly and I have to use the bathroom really bad. And by then I was already sweating. So it probably looked like I was on drugs or something.
That is too
And
funny.
she says, but the bathroom's closed. And that's when I told her, I said, lady,
Breaking news.
if you don't open that bathroom, I'm going to shit right over there between those clothes. She got on the phone and it had a passcode. So she got on the phone, she called the guy, and I guess they just, unless you want to clean it up, you better let him in there. She walks all the way to the bathroom, like, oh God, thank you. I appreciate this so much. Bleed, 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 bleed,
Oh,
bleed, 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 bleed. She says, oh, he gave me the wrong code. I'm like, I'm ready to scream by now, yo. It was really bad. She did get the bathroom open though.
How many did you eat? How many did you eat?
One. But what it is, and you guys will know this, if you've eaten breakfast early in the morning and been out all day just drinking fluids, the first time you put food in your stomach, what's going to happen?
It's coming out.
You're going to have to go. And the first time ever eating a real Philly cheesesteak with the grease dripping down your arm and yeah. Yeah.
oh, it's horrible.
Well,
I'm gonna teach you an old remedy, boy.
Just be glad
It's called club soda.
it didn't feel like somebody was stabbing you in your stomach.
I like your new background, John.
I just threw that up quick. I'm covering all the stuff. So I'm not advertising.
He's doing that so he don't forget where he's got to go after he leaves
Right?
here.
Jesus.
John,
My
John,
God,
what time you going on?
8:45.
No, 8:30.
what is that? California time, man.
Yeah, Mike.
Mike Roche. Hello, Mike.
Oh, micro.
Hey, Mike,
Mike.
what's up, man?
What's good, Mike?
He doesn't even know what time he's got to go on.
No,
8:30, isn't it?
8:30.
8:30. Okay, there's 8:30 and 24. There's one 8:30 every hour for
That's
24
right.
hours.
Around.
Which one? Eastern, Greenwich Mean Time, Pacific,
Eastern Standard.
Honolulu time.
Hey,
Oh,
Mike,
We're
what
getting
we're
confused.
talking about, Mike, is that John DiNardo is the star guest on the panel at Coast to Coast Drones tonight at 8:30.
Okay.
And he's, I wouldn't say timid, but I'd say he's a little nervous about it.
No,
He
but
keeps
there's an
saying,
issue. But
is it 9:30 or 10 o'clock? Or
Wait a minute, I'm getting a text from Bill. There's an issue. His Wi-Fi is down.
Oh,
I'll send you a StreamYard link. Oh, I don't have StreamYard.
Shots.
Stream. No, his link, you don't have to have it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
should
set
be able
this
to get in.
OBS stuff up for.
Oh shoot, I can't go nowhere because I shut down OBS. So
Yep,
give me a
there you
second.
go.
Or you can just mute yourself and
Give me a second to start up OBS and
You gotta go to the potty again?
you got jokes.
You know, you could actually walk away from the camera, right?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
just mute it and walk away.
And dance too.
We won't.
And dance.
We
There you
won't-
go.
Mike,
We
you
won't
start-
hear them.
you come and starting, Mike.
We won't hear them. We won't hear them throwing jeers and ridiculing you on your way to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any internet.
Uh-oh.
He's got Xfinity there now doing something. So he's going to send me a link. He says a half an hour.
Okay, so you're good then.
Oh, you're
Getting
good to go. It's
hotspot from
8:30, not
He-
not 7:30.
It's a good thing he was able to get them to come out there.
Right? Holy smokes.
'Cause
That
I know,
we're just
when you
talking about
have-
it. Next thing you know, he's texting me. So
Yeah.
I know when you have issues out here, they like to tell you, "Oh, we'll have somebody there in 24 hours."
yeah, we'll see you in a little while.
Are you going to be there at between what 6?
8 a.m.
Yeah.
and
Midnight.
Yeah,
9
But
p.m.
see,
midnight.
I was guessing what he did was Bill's a smart guy.
uh-huh.
He said, "You've got to get me service out here now because Mr. Donardo is going to be here on my channel at 8:30." And
Yes,
they
Donato, the
probably
beard.
had police escort there, you know?
Mhm.
And the guy was like, Donato. And
Yep.
he said, yes, the beard.
Yep.
This is John Donato from
Yep.
Just for Men.
Yep. That's right.
Star from
Just
Just
a minute.
for
I
Men.
have that. I have that.
Yeah, show him the picture.
Yeah,
I
let,
saw the picture earlier. It's cool.
let me see if I can put that as my.
It does look like you though, man.
Right? It is me. He cut that picture
Yeah,
out.
Oh, he made that.
Yeah.
Andrew did it. Yep.
Okay.
Kosa.
What's up,
Andrew
everyone?
be having a lot of time on his
So
hands.
just-
What's good, Justin?
Where the hell is that?
Good.
I gotta get it out of my email here. Yeah,
Right back.
I'll put it on
Okay.
the background.
You know you could have just saved it to your computer, right?
Well, I didn't realize he sent me that too.
Okay.
Hey,
'Cause I was just getting
Santiago.
another picture, but I see down lower, besides that, if I look at another one, he has that picture.
Mhm.
Let's see, save picture. And put it on my desktop.
So, Justin, anything new in the FPV world?
Not really.
Any fake news out there?
Oh, you know what? He didn't.
There's a lot. There's tons of fake news. Yeah.
He
Lots
didn't.
of talk
Really,
of fake news lately.
he didn't really send me the picture, so I don't have the picture.
Oh,
He just sent me. So I can't save this picture that he sent me because there's really no link to it.
okay. How'd he send it to you?
He emailed it, but it was on an email that went to somebody else. But here, I'll show you on the screen. So it won't let me save that picture for some reason.
You try right clicking on the picture. Or what you got,
Hang
Mac?
on a second.
What's up, Justin?
What's
Yeah,
up?
'cause, yeah.
So, what were y'all talking about all day?
Well, we talked about a couple of things. We talked about this 115-foot wingspan solar and electric UAV
God.
that's supposed to be able to compete with satellites, Parrot, and them equipping the Swiss armed forces with these micro drones so they can do their surveillance and their terrain testing and all that other nonsense that they
Hey,
do.
Justin, how many lines does that plug have?
Volocopter, you know, the company that makes the drone taxis, and them now doing some research to check out what cities are more suitable for drone taxis and the routes that they would take through these cities on their way to wherever it is that they planning to go to.
Okay.
So
I
Well,
saw
here-
a video of that fixed wing thing, Herman. I
mhm.
think Heeks Vonna had it on his report there. It showed it taking off, and they actually had a couple of guys on each end of the wing holding it up, running.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like bicycle wheels on each side that, when it lifted off, those fell off.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
they
okay.
flew the thing for a while, and then they just did a belly landing on the runway.
Okay.
Oh, you'd have to actually send me that picture.
Okay.
So you made them.
I can't do anything with it.
Well, look at there. He's got a new
That's for
camera
Herman.
holder.
That's for
Yeah.
Herman.
And
That's
the
the
whole-
gimbal.
Hey, that's nice. What's
That's nice.
Oh, that's the
Graphics
gimbal you
you got on.
printed.
Yeah.
Yep, the
3D
holder.
gimbal.
I like the
Okay.
graphics on it.
Gimbal protector. That's nice.
Yeah, but you can leave your filter on now.
Yeah, you don't have to take your filter off.
Very nice.
Which
You
is
need one of
great.
those, don't you, Lawrence?
I'm thinking
What happened?
buying
You
the filter.
need one of those, don't you?
The way, yeah, well, my filter gets stuck.
I think
on.
it's this.
I'm gonna try to print a
Trick
few.
with the filter lines that you got to squeeze it to take it off with a phantom. You don't just take them off. It's designed like that. You have to squeeze the case just a little bit and turn it.
Because mine was locking up on me.
Nah, that's what everybody thought. You could put Gorilla Shrimp on, you ain't gonna get it off until you squeeze the cup, and it's gonna come right off real easy.
I have to.
But
I have
also,
We-
that thing with keeping your filters on, that's the worst thing you could do flying a drone. Because when you want that shot, you're gonna have the wrong filter on, and you're gonna be up there flying, and everything gonna be dark. So I ain't even with that. I
that's
ain't not with
usually
that.
that's usually what happens too.
Nope.
You
I'll
put
take
that
my
thing
nope.
up and it's the wrong filter. I've done
Yeah,
it.
and it happens all the time. I've done it. I'm like, nah, let me keep my UV on. If I want a filter on, I'll swap out.
I have a variable, so all I
You,
got.
you can't variable up there though.
Yeah, but I can turn it from down here where I
Yeah,
know
but
what
when
I'm
you get
looking
up there, when you turn around, it's the same thing. It's black. I don't care what you say.
at. Nope.
Just do a long
Before you
exposure.
take your drone off the ground, you know
Yeah.
what filter you need to put on.
No doubt. But when
Yeah,
you
they gotta
turn to
get
the
them
opposite
early.
way, I'm telling you,
This is great.
Hey, John, are you
I never
using a
buy
blue
variable.
screen or a green screen?
No, he's using the background thing on Zoom.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
hold the Skydio up
the
again?
Zoom joint.
Oh, this?
Yeah,
So
'cause I think it was
that's the promo. Move a little over
Yeah.
to the side, John, so he
Wait a
can
minute.
read it.
But
I have
it's
to-
the background that's causing
it's
that.
going, it's making part of it clear.
Yeah, let me
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I was just in
Guys,
case
have a
you
good
were
night.
going to go on coast.
All
gotta
right,
head out.
Mr. Crawley.
All right, Mr. Crawley.
You know,
All right, bro.
See you
I
later.
wanted to show
I'll
it.
talk to you guys
I was
on
noticing like the
Sunday.
drone was invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, no, when I go on the show, I won't use the background. Or
Yeah, cool.
Lawrence, the
Yeah, because you won't be able to see it.
What
No.
happened?
the
well,
connector for the Tyro is like 5 pins.
5 pins. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pin. I have a 5-pin plug here. So I'm just going to give you what plugs I have, and what you don't need, you just bring back.
Arvin?
All right.
I see you, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I have a bunch of them. Well, you said the Tyro is a 5-pin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the 7-pin would work if you eliminate some. Whatever I have here, I'm just going to give you in a bag, and then you just bring it back. Whatever's
All right,
not needed.
no problem.
Okay, Lawrence, getting the break here.
What happened?
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys. But yeah,
Very well done. Done very
that's
well.
what we were talking about tonight, Justin.
All right, gotcha.
That's in a nutshell. Now, we also got off on talking about something else. What was can't remember what we squirreled away to, but John Donato and the Beard came up too,
yeah.
and his Just for Men advertisement.
You don't have any 3-wire plugs, Justin? I mean, you don't need 3-wire?
Nah, I don't
Oh,
know.
there it
Okay.
is.
All right, so there's two sets of wires I can give you.
All right.
So, Lawrence, anything new in the FPV world? Justin didn't have anything new.
Yeah, there is actually something new in the FPV world.
Other than that other subject,
Oh, the flan, yeah, I have to do some fact checking on that. But it's reported that a certain drone company out there that's popular amongst FPV people already has the capability to transmit RFID. But that's all I can say because I have to fact check.
well, we know
But
that
if
the
this is
DJI
true-
stuff does.
Yeah, I
If
saw it already.
this
Does
is
it begin with a
true-
D?
Huh?
Does it begin with a D?
No, TBS.
Oh no, theirs already does that.
Yeah, yeah. The DJI does it already, but
What do you think about that
TBS
little message
actually
they put out?
is rumored to have in certain receivers the capability to transmit location. So, like I said, I have to fact check it, and once I do, then I'll have the information for you. But as for now, they are going to be selling modules. I think the average price of the modules, I mentioned it on Sunday,
Hammer away.
is somewhere between $15 and $15, starting at $15
Yeah.
for these transponders to be able to put in drones. So let's just see where it goes, pretty much.
What do you think about that little message from a DJI?
Which little message?
When you log onto the app, there's a new message for you.
And you log into the DJI app.
Yeah. It just says what
Oh,
is
really?
it?
I saw something there that somebody posted
Yeah.
a message about what?
But it only come up when you're in like certain areas or something like that. Yeah. It's like a warning. It's like a warning.
It's like talking about the remote ID and what
Yeah, the remote ID, yeah.
Gonna let that see. I changed the video on it.
Have you seen that? Well, Paul hasn't been out there in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been out in a while either. So
he's out there in the frigid snow. You getting a lot of snow too, Mike?
not right now. It's like 40 out, 35, and you can see half the grass. But we're supposed to get like Friday. We're supposed to get 5 to 9 inches or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I don't
just
like
supposed
it
to be
either.
getting a
but
snowstorm.
March is coming, you know.
That boy tricky, right, Mike?
Right.
That March is tricky, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's when we had that blizzard of '93, and man, that was nasty.
Yeah. Well, if it's bad here, I know you guys got it bad.
Oh, there we go. Now I see what the problem is.
Because we've been very, 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 very lucky.
Yeah, us too. You know, it's going to be lake effect snow we're getting off Lake Ontario.
Okay.
But which doesn't reach down to you guys, but you guys get the nor'easters sometimes more than we do.
But we've had less than 5 inches all winter so far.
Wow.
Yeah. So far.
Hey, John, check out that link Bill from Coast to Coast posted about 15 minutes ago.
Where? In the
I
chat?
put it in the chat.
Hey, Paul, your buddy's in the chat.
Who? Oh,
Here we go. He's out.
Palmer, Bill, 1998, EBR. Tell you guys, didn't see you guys come in because I was thrown off. So,
Paul just took off.
what did Bill put something?
I know where he went too.
Yep.
He told me to go do something with a link that somebody put in the chat.
He said, check out the link that Bill put in the chat.
I didn't see. Bill.
I put one in. It goes to Coast.
Oh, so the one that you put in the chat.
Yeah, and it previews you.
It does.
In a like about a 60-second or 90-second video.
Okay.
Really? Oh yeah. You guys showed me this the other day.
No, this is brand new.
Brand new. Finally, I see it. I see what's going on.
Go, Paul.
Here, the moon's flying around.
There you go.
Ready?
They should be paying you.
Yeah, you guys showed me that one.
So let me ask you guys a question about the drone ID stuff. These videos that DJI has been putting on YouTube. What do you think of, besides some old lady supposed to be able to pull up her app and see where you're standing? Other than where I'm standing in my name or whatever, I wouldn't mind something like that as an answer.
Well, the problem with something like that is this. It's a proprietary system. It's only good for DJI.
I wonder if it's something that could be spread out.
Right. It would have to be something that they would be able to get everyone's signal and broadcast the signal that's being broadcasted from everyone's drone.
Right.
But now like I was saying earlier on the show tonight, you fly a drone, I fly a drone, they all fly drones. We know about this app. Unless you advertise this, would the old lady really know about this app?
Right. Well, you know, that old lady scenario was kind of silly.
You understand?
No, it
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
silly. It was real deal, because you're gonna be surprised, because they're gonna, if they push in the remote ID, they're gonna also be having banners and everywhere around. If you see drones flying erratic, call up. I'm telling you, they're gonna promote all. They have to. They have to, and they will put signs up. I guarantee you that.
Well, I mean, it's all good as long as they don't know where I'm standing.
Well,
See, that's
Wherever your controller's at, that's
hold
where you're
on.
standing.
It's funny you say that, because therein lies the problem. A lot of people are saying they're okay with RFID, but the fact that the person can see the drone and tell its altitude and speed and heading is more than sufficient.
Right.
They might change the rules pertaining to being able to see what a pilot is.
Right.
And a lot of people are bringing up issues. If there are people that mean drone pilots no good and they're trying to get a free drone, that could be harmful to a pilot.
Well,
And
that's that old lady that wants to know what's going on with that drone that flew by. That's not interfering with her.
Right.
How you know that though? How you know that? How you know it's not interfering with her?
Right. You fly a drone and you know damn well that these drones
and we're the only one, and we do. But how about on Coney Island? Drones is flying like 20 feet above people's heads, bro. Like everybody, where we were at over that weekend. Drones is
flying 20 feet over people's heads.
Listen, I didn't say me. I said people do it. Fly right over people standing around, bro.
That's not what she is going to be complaining about.
Yes, she is. That's
She's
why those
going to
guys came on the
complain
boardwalk.
about that drone that just flew past her house because she can. Because
she's standing outside walking her little doggy, and somebody buzzed by her with a drone, and her dog went crazy. She's calling out. She's calling out. I'm telling you right now.
Well, Phenomena says they want to see the pilot. So where the pilot is, so cops will know where to catch you if you're in a place you're not supposed to be.
Right. As long as it's
understandable.
That's going to be your remote control is going to give them that. Your remote control is going to give you that.
Problem with the police having that information.
Right. That's not
right.
The question.
With law enforcement, that's not. Hey, what's up, Night Train? With law enforcement having that information, I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
But if you're going to be broadcasting that I'm standing in my fucking front,
every time
in my front yard,
we are, yeah.
You know, if I'm standing in my front yard and I'm just taking a bird up to test out a battery or a new lens or something, you don't need.
When you took me down the beach,
you don't need to know I'm standing in my front yard.
Right. We all know that there's been instances of drones being shot out of the sky with a shotgun or whatever.
Right.
Which is illegal.
You just don't have that same guy coming to where you're standing. You know, I mean, then someone's going to get hurt.
Right. Where's he located? Where's the guy with the gun located?
Hey, Herman, there's one little caveat that helps you with the little old lady problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too many little old ladies can even figure out how to call their daughter to come and get them on the phone, let alone run an app.
Exactly.
Yo, Paul, where you at?
Exactly.
The old ladies right now, they are young grandmas now. So it's a different story,
but that's
bro.
not an old lady, right?
Well, I'm just saying people in general that's not educated.
Lawrence, the average person that's complaining about a drone is that lady that, remember when you took me to beach night the first time me and Jalen went out there, came out there to see you, and we flew out there on the beach? That's the average person that's complaining about a drone.
Hold on. Ed in the lobby has a valid point. You can't run a license plate. So why should you be able to run your info?
Exactly.
Right.
But they're not going to do a lot of stuff they're not going to do.
But the add-on to
charge you money.
You understand what I'm saying to you, Lawrence? The average complainer about a drone is that lady that was asking us all those questions.
Clueless.
The drone was all the way down by the bridge, and she's asking me about a drone that she saw take off and go towards the bridge, and she can't even see it anymore, probably.
Right.
Yeah, but remember the time I don't think I was there.
Yes.
I went to I was on Beach 20th Street where Charles usually flies. So I'm flying my Phantom. There's no one on the beach because it's off season. Out of nowhere, I see a dog run in front of me. Scares the hell out of me. Almost dropped the controller. And I go to the lady. I'm like, can you control your dog? with remote ID, she'll probably report me saying, "Oh, this guy's flying my drone. He's staring my dog."
Paul, we don't want to see a snowstorm. Stop it. It's
I'm
staying
just
where
saying,
you are.
I'm all for remote ID because we
They're
do need
not
it for
gonna
safety.
allow
But I think people are gonna abuse
They're
it.
gonna minimize the information because they're gonna open up a war where people are gonna get hurt. If you're allowing people to see person location and run up on somebody, they're gonna be liable when I take that desert and put on somebody on the sand.
Yeah.
I know somebody who has an Inspire that doesn't need it.
That's it. You're not gonna run up on me, say nothing to me about my drone. Like, back off. So they're not even gonna put themselves in harm's way with that. I guarantee you that. They're gonna
I
probably
don't think anybody's going to try and take down Herman and Lawrence either. So
no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. I've only had one
I'm
person.
not saying that
who
it's
whispered
impossible. I'm not
something.
saying that it's going to happen.
right. But it's
I'm
possible.
just saying is that we've created a bad climate for drones
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Yes, we did.
hey,
And-
Mike, have you
and
ever,
a lot of people are either paranoid about stupidity and about the things that they think or hear. And half of them have never even had any education about a drone to begin with.
Well, I'm about to give the precinct in Red Hook in 2 weeks, I'm going to speak to the commander. I'm giving them a whole drone lesson about drones because they
Good for
clearly
you.
don't know. Seriously,
Good for
man,
you.
this is serious. They call me in to break them down. Like, they don't know. And they don't want to be running up on people, you see, and they don't know. Like
Yeah.
the guys did in Kent Avenue. The guy ran up on me. I said, what you run up on me for? He said, oh, you're flying a drone. I said, yeah, I'm flying a drone. Is that a problem? Oh, not really. So why you up on me? I said, come here, yo, park your car, man. I put my drone down. I said, let me give y'all a lesson right now. Oh, no, I'm gonna give y'all a lesson right now. I'm a person on the street. I'm talking to you right now. They're not gonna walk away. I broke it down to him. I brought the apps up to him and everything. I said, this is what it is. All right, I'm not being bad to you. I'm not being mean. You got a job to do, but this is my hobby, and I'm allowed to do this.
Right.
He said, they just say, wow, I had no clue. I said, they don't know. They don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
No, a lot of them don't know. And the problem is, but here's where the problem lies. Someone else that don't know will be the one that educates them.
And that's what I do.
No, someone that doesn't know
educates that's
them.
who's doing it. That's who's doing it.
And then they'll come to you
That's who's
with the
doing
nonsense.
it.
Like I watched in the
Right.
what was it 51 Russ, 51 drones.
I saw that.
Cop was miseducated.
Yeah.
When he came to him.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why he lost the
Mike,
battle.
Mike, have you ever had anybody roll up on you and give you a hard time?
No, just one time this past summer, some woman who I could tell under her breath as she walked by where I was standing, and I was flying over water, she, let it known that she was, didn't think it should be there, but she wasn't willing to say to my face or anything. So
I've only had that.
I'm not gonna get in an argument with her.
But you see, what's the funny part about that? Those same people would not complain about you with a camera walking past them.
Right.
Or they'd be the first one to thank you if you went out and found their missing dog or granddaughter or something else.
Right. It's funny how a guy with a big SLR with a big long lens, they don't think nothing of. But somehow you add a drone in, everyone thinks you're a pervert.
Yeah.
Right, with a little lens like this, he's looking in my house 6 blocks away, like the guy.
Exactly, yeah. He got a power zone.
That's a valid point because you could walk around in a city with a camera lens that's a foot long.
Right, they could look into somebody's window.
Right. A mile away, they're looking in someone's window.
Yeah, exactly.
They're looking at someone's window, but a minute you fly a drone 10 feet off the ground, oh, you're looking in the store, you're spying on me.
That's like in the big high rises, right? And you look and like 6 out of the 20 of them that are on the top floor have
reflected windows,
telescopes. What they're doing.
Yeah.
They more worried about those drones falling out the sky and hitting somebody over anything, man.
Well, have you guys ever thought in New York about having like a drone seminar weekend or a day when you invite the public? Anybody come in, we're going to show you everything you need to know.
You want to know what? We tried that. Well, we didn't try. I was part of it. We tried that in NYC 5 Borough Drone Meetup. And what we were doing, we were contacting local news stations. You know how on the weekends they say, this is what's happening in this neighborhood. This is what's happening in that town, etc. We invited New York One. We invited Channel 7 News because they have a weekend calendar. And at the time we were having weekend meetups. Now, I do believe one of these times that we tried it, they did send 2 guys to look at us from a distance because we were consistent about it. Xavier was actually contacting a certain news station. I said, well, wait a minute. If Xavier does it and I try it too, but maybe it'll happen. And you know where it was? You know where Grand Ferry is? That building that had all the scaffolding up that we couldn't fly next to? We had to relocate. Well, in that spot, there were 2 gentlemen standing there and reporting what we were doing on the phone. And I had an idea that maybe one of them was from a news station because they just didn't look like cops. Cops would use a radio for one. But at standing next to these guys, you could say, oh, they are flying drones, and it does seem pretty orderly.
Yeah, well, see, the thing of it is what I think you ought to do. This is my perspective. Since Herman is and you are both such good at videography anyway, do your commercial and send them the clip, the news stations, when you're going to be there.
See, the problem with that is that they're gonna want the rights to that video, and they're gonna probably use that for every situation and say, oh yeah, these guys is flying, right? Or they can manipulate it and make it a bad thing.
You know, it's like these news people just want bad news. Look at the coronavirus, man. I mean,
yeah, you heard about that.
We're all going to die tomorrow if you watch the news.
Yeah.
They already block people, anyone on YouTube making videos about that.
Well, that's just how
everything gets demonetized. And if they keep doing it, the channel's going to get removed.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's just how people are. They want to capitalize on all kinds of things like that.
And I know one person right now who is getting all upset about the coronavirus, and I'm having to calm her down. Like, you know, the regular flu kills a whole lot more people than this thing's even gotten near every year. So, you know.
Right.
Well,
he's worried about getting it.
The interesting thing about the coronavirus is
the news is just scaring her.
They don't know if the coronavirus will go dormant in the summer.
Right, it's a question mark, but you know, given the SARS and the chip bird flu and the past ones, hopefully this one follows suit.
Yep.
You know,
that's crazy. The bird flu.
Yeah, remember that?
All kinds of, they got all kinds of stuff.
Remember, deer ticks were killing people too. Remember?
Yeah. Well, you leave anything long enough, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Even running water.
And
dripping. Yeah, dripping all day, right?
Yeah, if you live in Flint, Michigan.
Justin Hadley, he's here.
Hey Hadley. Yeah. Hey Roger.
Hadley. How's it flying?
Ted, did we see Remote Pilot 101 post about carrier drones?
Who?
I did see a report that DJI are using the M600 to carry a 20-pound canister of Lysol to spray the cities.
Oh yeah, well I saw.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because they have these big orange tank on the bottom of these M600s, and you can fly a big ass.
It has that attachment for it,
like a whole bunch of cans of Lysol and fingers on it.
No, I think they're probably a version of that sprayer drone that they use for.
They have one that's set up for spraying props.
Yeah,
for props. I mean, and
that's the size.
Lost Lysol. Yeah, I saw that, but the way the article that I saw and I saw a video, it just sounded terrible. The way it sounds, they said because they were spraying disinfectant.
Yeah, that's right. That word. They're just saying
now.
Right.
This is scary.
Disinfectant.
Like,
no, hold on. This is scary because right now they claim Lysol is the only correct mixture that kills this particular disease, right? Now, if you know anything like I do, and you've dealt with Bang You Good is indicative of everything over in China. If they can cheat you on it, they will. So if by just calling it disinfectant, right there, that's letting you know it's not Lysol.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is I have disinfectant under the sink and I have Lysol. Which one you want?
Hey, any of you guys got the news on at all? You guys have the news on?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, right now the president's talking, and they might invoke this craziness where if another couple, I just caught part of it, but I guess if more countries get this coronavirus, they're going to put us all on lockdown where no kids go to school. One of the parents has to stay home, all that stuff.
Bugging the fuck out.
This will be great. For what?
They're actually talking about that. And the other thing is there was just another mass shooting somewhere.
All right.
Yeah,
All they got to do is hot dip these people at the airport, man, and quarantine them for a couple of weeks.
Make them take a Lysol bath. Right?
They talking about right now. That
just warm up the Lysol and dip them, and then quarantine.
Listen, that thing's been here for the last couple of years, man.
Hey guys, Roger's going live after those guys.
It ain't just come around just now.
It says in Milwaukee, a fired employee killed multiple people.
Okay.
Hey John, are you watching ABC by any chance?
No, I'm on Fox News.
Okay. Yeah, that's where they would show the president.
That David Muir guy's crazy, man.
Well, actually, right now, Alex,
mass shooting in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
they're not going to show the mass shooting on
Hey,
Fox.
Ed loves it. Loves that comment, Herman. What? Good old hot dip decontamination.
Yeah, just warm up the Lysol, dip a minute. Quarantine 2 weeks.
You remember all the old movies where they used to go to prison and they'd put them in the showers and then throw that lye on them and
spray them down and scrub them with the brush.
No, you're dating yourself.
People got to get in contact with that. Just put them
I know what movie he's talking about. Yeah.
Put them in the vest, dip them in the hot dip.
You remember a movie?
Give one of them white suits quarantine for 2 weeks.
Right. I went through the room and they zap you and burns all the hair off.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, one layer of skin. They do that.
Right.
So you go through.
What'd you say, John? You got 7 more layers, right?
Right. Just how they hit the minute plus button.
So they did show that mass shooting, but then they breaking news.
Yeah, Fox don't want to show mass shootings.
Well, no, they were.
Hey, Herman.
And then now they're breaking news because the Center for
Herman, when you tell us about Roger being on at 7, which he is, you got to add to that. And John DiNardo is starring over on Coast to Coast Drones at 8:30.
Starring on Coast to Coast.
Well, you just told everybody.
Is that breaking news, Paul?
On Coast to Coast.
Yep, that's breaking news. But John DiNardo, they call him Mr. DiNardo over there.
Roger's gonna go live at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
On Canadian Drone Hub. What do you say, John?
Drone Bum says Mrs. Bum's cooking will kill you. Sorry, hon. We need RFID on guns, knives, cars, hammers, black belts, and meatloaf. RFID on meatloaf.
Yo, you know what? I went to a friend's house for dinner once, and his wife made meatloaf.
Oh no! Here we go. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. Okay, now you can get it out.
Herman, it wasn't like
what they think. The meatloaf was horrible.
Not very exciting measures.
Everybody got to mute the channel. No, it was terrible.
Who's Alexa's going
off?
off?
He's going to get really upset.
She put vegetables in the meatloaf, man.
Oh
wow!
I've done
that. It looked like a Salisbury steak.
What's wrong with that, huh?
Nah, bro, it looked like a Salisbury steak.
You know, wrong with some peas and carrots in your meatloaf, bro.
Nah, bro. She had all mixed vegetables.
Yeah,
the Salisbury meatloaf.
You're not supposed to have corn.
Look like a Salisbury steak.
You're not supposed to have corn and string beans and carrots and peas
they're going to
and
be
meatloaf.
coming out with, Herman, is meatless meatloaf. That's what they're going to come out.
They probably have that already.
Yeah, plant-based meatloaf.
They probably have that already.
Plant-based meatloaf.
Hard pass on that one.
Yeah, probably kill me.
It's
not enough grease, huh, Herm?
I just started changing up my diet a bit lately. I know we're almost done, but I've been eating turkey meatloaf.
Okay,
that's the best, bro.
I've had
that company named Freshly.
Who?
You ever hear them or see them?
Freshly.
No.
Hey, Herman.
It's one of those food delivery services.
Freshly. Yeah, freshly.
And I've been doing that for about 2-3 weeks now.
Your prepared meals.
Not
You
bad.
can't post without it.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't
I'm going
post
to give
a
it a
link.
shot and try and take off some weight.
There you go, bro.
It said they're gonna sell it at Burger King. It's gonna be Impossible Loaf.
Impossible loaf.
Impossible loaf.
I make my own meatloafs. I use turkey meat sometimes.
Ground turkey. That's it. I use ground turkey. I put a little beef in it, pork in it, lamb in it. You mix it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yep.
Don't just put just regular beef. Like that's a boring ass meatloaf. It's like a big hamburger, you know.
I like to burn the top a little and make it so it's a little
caramelize. You got to caramelize the sugar. Yeah. You got to make that shine on it.
Some people just burn ketchup on the top.
Yeah, I know some people did that. Mix some ketchup and mustard together and just let it burn on it.
No. Now y'all are just disgusting.
Yo, Herb, you right though.
You never seen that?
Yes, I do.
The heel of the meatloaf is the best piece.
Oh yeah,
it's got more burnt
flavor. Yeah.
And you know what's the best part of the meatloaf is every day thereafter. You know, you
first day, after the first day.
2 days, Paul. That's all I give it. Then it's in the garbage. I eat it on 3-4 days.
Well, as you can see, they don't last that long.
I got you, baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all right,
hey guys,
Roger's climbing up there.
All right, we got to get this
drop and get out of here.
Yep.
Hey guys, make sure you stop on over by Roger after you leave here.
Yes, Rogers, and don't forget to check out John Donato.
And John Donato at 8:30.
And John Donato at what, 8:30?
I just put the bell. I just put the bell on yours, John, so I get it.
All right.
He's going to be on Coast to Coast Drones, right?
Coast to Coast Drones.
Yeah, Coast to Coast Drones.
He told
starring John Donato.
Remember, he was supposed to send me a link already.
It's on
just hang in there, John. Don't get nervous.
It's coming.
Prosperity for the coronavirus has been 100% correct since before the news said.
I had that in my calendar already. Skydio 2 chat at 8:30. I'm on it. I'm
good. You're good.
I'm just joking with you guys, but I am.
Hey guys,
I'd
like to thank you for coming and hanging out on the panel, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming and hanging out with the lovely panel that I have here tonight and discussing the topics that we've discussed. And I'll see you next time.
Awesome.
Catching Flight 101 with those guys.